Hi, I'm Chuck Lowry, Director of Sales and Marketing at Incisive Legal Intelligence, and I'm here with Biff Maddock, a Principal and Consultant at Altman Weil. Biff and I this afternoon are doing 4 or 5 sessions on different trends and challenges that face the legal profession in the coming year. And in this segment, we wanted to talk a little bit about economics, what is making 2009 different from 2008, how law firms are reacting, what the prospects are, how evenly the pain is being spread. Biff, do you want to just talk a little bit about general economic prospects in 2009 that will make it different from 2008?
Chuck, no question, this is a very, very different year than previous years. In previous years, firms could raise their fees anywhere from 5 to 10% a year, not worry about alternative billing, not worry about e-billing, other things that clients were demanding at the time. Now I think it's pretty clear that clients are in the driver's seat, even though many of them are suffering as well. What their expectations are of law firms, their demands on law firms now, have changed greatly. They expect to see more alternative billing, more partnering together with them, more projected budgets, especially for litigation, which many law firms have found relatively difficult to do. But clients expect that, and they can demand that now in this economy. I think many firms have overlooked something, which is there's some real opportunity in a down economy like this. Not just opportunity to gain market share from competitors, but some opportunity to take some of the investment time that firms could have and turn that into an opportunity. And what I mean by that, for example, is most associates, for example, really don't have much adequate training because they're too busy. They go to a training session, the practice group leader pulls them out of the training session after 2 minutes. They don't get the kind of training that they need. If an associate's only able to bill 1,000 hours this year, last year could bill 2,000 hours. I mean, that's an absurd example, but just to use it in this case. What can be done with that extra 1,000 hours? Now, what many firms are doing, instead of dismissing associates that aren't busy, is they're cutting their time and their income in half, and a lot of associates are perfectly fine with that. But instead of having them either hotel or work from their home, why not have them do some training things, some business development things, some things where they can learn what it takes to be a partner in the firm? I think there's some real opportunities for that that just aren't being met. Apart from that, if you ask me when are we going to get out of this, I don't think anyone really has a good answer for that. The way that firms will get out of it, though, is taking more of that opportunity time again to find out what's important to clients. What is it they're going to be looking for? How many are going to be convergent, outsourcing, changing the look of the way that they're using outside counsel? So take the time to do that during these times. Don't just look at this as, my gosh, we've got to put our head in the sand. Take the time to do this, and I think it'll pay off, and I think it'll shorten this recession period.
Do you think law firms are being particularly agile in adjusting their practice areas, being able to beef up things like litigation and insolvency, even as they move away from structured finance?
Well, I'm not sure that this is totally the cause, but I do know that litigation is now the largest practice group if you take a look at all firms nationwide. In the past, that's a major change. It used to be corporate and other practices would feed litigation, but now litigation is feeding some of the corporate practices. So as we see a downturn, certainly bankruptcy and insolvency practices are going to be very popular this year. Certainly our firms that we work with in Wilmington that do the chancery court work and bankruptcy work are very busy. But I think some of the change we'll see in terms of litigation continuing to be that size, I think they'll devolve more into different specialties. I think the other thing that practice groups need to do and take the time, as I say, we talked about opportunity time created by some of the shortfall in work. I think what they need to do is think of themselves more as industry teams and less in terms of their internal focus on their expertise. That can make a major difference in acquiring and keeping clients.
And that, after all, is what they have to do, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Acquire and keep clients. All right. Thanks very much. This is Biff Maddock from Altman Weil. And I'm Chuck Lowry, and we'll do another 1 or 2 segments, so stay tuned.